Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's hobby live stream. Are you guys ready to paint? I should get some slightly more light. My camera looks a little pale. Let me just move this over here. Hopefully this won't be. Okay, we definitely want it over here. Make a paint slip, get out of the way. Oh, knocking over some of my infinity accessories. It's cool. It's fine. Everything's cool. Hello. We're here to paint some X-Men today. I hope you're excited. I'm excited. I've already started. I've started a little bit. Hello to Jason, to Chris, to Silver, Scratch Built Productions, Go For Painting, Overlord Tweak. Hello. Hope you guys are doing well. We're painting some X-Men today. Some Marvel Crisis Protocol. I've really been enjoying what we've been seeing from X-Men 97, the new reboot on Disney+. So I figured, why not paint some X-Men? There's plenty of them in Marvel Crisis Protocol. In fact, I was looking actually, and I didn't realize how much of MCP actually is just mutants, seemingly. Which is totally fine with me, because I love the mutants. Never read much of their comics, but I watched a lot of the cartoons. Although I did not see as much of 97, like the OG one, as I thought I did. Although I've seen enough of the recaps that I know everything that happened. Just getting some music on for myself real fast. Make sure it's not too loud and gonna blow me out and make me shout at you guys super loud. Woo! Hello, Red Panda and Drissworld. Oh, you know what? I have not seen the new Total War trailer. Is it a Warhammer one, or are they doing something different? I feel like I've seen so many, though, of their kits available. Maybe it is a recent thing, and maybe that's why I'm seeing so many of them, because they're pushing them, because they're the newest. But I was, like, really surprised, because there's the Uncanny X-Men set, there's obviously the Rogue and Gambit set that I'm working on, there's 2 separate Sentinel sets, Mr. Sinister has a set, and I can't remember who he comes with. I think recently I saw that there's, like, a Domino and Cable set, which looks really cool, and I definitely want to get that one. Lee Warlock 85, hello? Hello? Welcome, watching from Argentina, that's so cool. What's your temperature like right now, now that we're in spring? Are you just like, is it warm there for you as well, or is it cooler? I wonder if it's because they knew that, the new 97 cartoon is coming out, so they're like, let's time it for that. I mean, that would make sense, right? They do kind of know what they're doing a little bit with their planning. Alright, so are you guys wanting to see what I've gotten done on her so far? I've only worked on Rogue. I haven't started Gambit at all yet, and I don't think we'll get to him at all today, specifically, but I'm really excited. I have been doing a fun combination of using my new Fanatics war paints, or my war paint Fanatics, sorry, and then contrast colors, and mixing them, and kind of doing a little bit of wet blending. So, here we go. Not bad. She is really good. Scaricast! Hello! Yeah, we're getting some hobby done. We're working on some MCP today. Nothing Warhammer today, but some good old Marvel. I'm very happy with how my Rogue is coming out. We're actually going to, isn't it good? It's a combination of Mantis Warrior Green, which is like my favorite color to use on orcs for their flesh tone. And then I mixed in the Rainforest Green from the new War Paints Fanatics color, which is like their really bright green. It's in their vibrant green color tone. And I really, really like it. And mixing the two together has done some really nice things. And I think I'm going to try the same thing where I'm going to use now Iron Jaws yellow, which is like my favorite yellow contrast, and I think it'll give me some nice undershadows, especially like in the folds, like underneath her boobs, and then like showing off her abs and everything. In the yellow portions of her outfit, which I think will look pretty good. And then I'm gonna blend it and brighten it up a little bit using the new demonic yellow. So I'm excited to try. Hello, Michael. Welcome. Dude, me too. I'm loving the new series. Really good stuff. I like I haven't watched everything yet, so we're not gonna talk spoilers or anything. I don't want anybody who hasn't seen it to get any spoilers if they don't want it. But I'm up to the episode where they did the split episode, if you know the one that I'm talking about. Where it focuses on Jubilee and Storm. I can at least say that. That's not too much of a spoiler. So, where it does the split episode where one portion of it is Jubilee focused and then the other half is Storm focused. But because they, like, split the Storm one into 2 parts anyways, it feels, I don't know. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like that segmentation. But other than that, I've been loving the actual narrative and plots that we've been getting and all of the characters that they've focused on and the direction that I think they're going and the comics that I think they're pulling from. So all of that has been great. Michael, I'm doing quite well, thank you. Avocado Molotov, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're enjoying the content. I hope you've been enjoying the 2 weeks that you've been involved in the Hobby Night community. I really like hanging out with you guys and like just being involved in this and painting miniatures and just being a big nerd with y'all. So I hope that you get to express your own nerdy self as well. I love Evolution. So X-Men Evolution is my like X-Men series. That's the one that really got me hooked on the brand, if you will. And I just love everything about Evolution. What's great is I found out recently, you know the scene where Rogue and I think it's Kitty Pryde are like dancing in like the opening or whatever and they've got their arms up like that? That is mocapped from a shot of Buffy and not Dawn, that's her sister. What's the other Slayer's name? Why am I forgetting her name? Oh my god, I'm so ashamed. I'm such a Buffy fanatic. I've watched like all the seasons multiple times and I'm completely just brain farting here because I'm on the spot and now trying. It was there. It was in my brain and then I lost it again. I'm not gonna look at chat. You guys are probably saying it. I'm lying. I'm gonna look at chat. No one said it yet. What's her name? It's the more goth lady, and I'm complete. Dawn? No, Dawn is her sister. Why do I have Dawn's name stuck in my head? She works with the mayor. She's the Slayer that appears after, like, Buffy dies the first time, and then so, like, the cycle continues, but then Buffy's brought back, and so then she's there, and I can't remember her fucking name, even though I really like her. Faith! Faith! Thank you! I'm like, it's a singular word, just like Dawn is, and it's, yeah, thank you. Thank you. God, I'm so embarrassed that I couldn't remember Faith. Anyway, so it's the scene where Faith and Buffy are dancing at the Bronx when they're like hanging out and being BFFs or whatever, and like I think Buffy's like going through a phase or whatever where she's just being dark and edgier, and so they mocapped from that, and it was great. Hello, Mercurion. Welcome. Oh, nice. I've actually never worked on any of the Batman miniature games models, but I imagine they're probably pretty cool. I don't know if I've actually... I think I've seen them a little bit, but I don't know if I've seen them in real life. Like, I've seen photos of them, because I remember, like, bringing in a few of the Batman games when I used to work at a game store, so I've definitely seen them, but I've never owned any of them. That's because Buffy's amazing. Like, Joss Whedon drama aside, Buffy as a franchise was so pivotal for me. because I was watching that from like, I don't know, I was like 10 maybe or so, and growing into my teenage years. So it was formative. There's a reason I love vampires so much. I wanted to be a slayer, and I have a love-hate relationship with Felicia Day because I am so jealous of her getting to be a slayer, but also doing nerd content on the internet. Like, oh my god. But she's also amazing, so, you know, of course. But I also I wanted to be a slayer, man. I was so jealous. Okay, let's get painting. Now this is going to be partially for recording, so for a moment, I'm going to hide chat and me from the screen so that I can adjust my lighting a little bit and make sure I get some good footage. So give me 1 second to figure out, make sure I'm doing the, yep, we're gonna hide you. And we're gonna hide me. And I'm gonna adjust that. All right, let's get some yellow on Miss Rogue here. I've already done my cleanup and everything, so we're good there. The main thing I'm going to try not to do is get too much into the green at all. And I'm not super worried if I get this color on like her jacket or something, because I obviously haven't even cleaned it up from the green. My approach this time, just to talk about that a little bit, is I wanted to try not doing, I didn't want to do a grisaille. I wanted to do a little bit more of a pure contrast in these new Fanatics colors, purely because they're just so bright and vivid already. And since this is supposed to be, you know, X-Men 97 inspired, I figured that it would probably be realistic to use really, really bright, bold, almost comic book colors. Hence why we're going with just raw contrast directly over top, you know, Wraithbone. Alright, I think that's probably good for recording. Let's bring you guys back. Hello, Awesome Possum. Welcome to the stream. Oh my god. I wish, I think most people wish they had a club like that from Buffy in there where they were growing up. Like, I know I did, for sure. I was always so jealous of her being able to, like, go do stuff like that. Ooh, hold on, let me get back on screen. Alright, cool. Top of the knee. Or her boot has been painted. I'm gonna open up my paint pot again. Ooh, that's really cool. Oh, I bet Swamp Thing was really fun to paint. Also, Swamp Thing is such a great character. Or at least I think so. Mm-hmm. No, I love that too. It's really, really nice. The fact that you can just use speed paint contrast colors directly out of the bottle. Wonderful. Just very focused for a second on getting this boot because the inside heel is kind of awkward to get to, and I don't want to get any of this yellow paint on the nice inside of her thigh that I've already painted. Okay, there we go. Got that edge of the boot. Alright, that looks good. I'm gonna clean up neck around the neck a little bit. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright. There we go. I did! I have seen the original Buffy movie, and I love it. Like, I love both iterations of Buffy. Like, the movie version, where she originated from, and then the entirety of the series. Like, yeah, sure, there's hit or miss seasons, there's hit or miss episodes in some of those seasons. There's weird directions that they took it that I don't always agree with, but ultimately, like, hell, I've even read a fair number, like, not a huge amount, but I have read a small amount of the comics that continued the story afterwards. Like, I love Spike with his aliens, and then also Xander just, like, going on to basically be Nick Fury, essentially. Like, I love it. Yes! Oh my god, yeah, no, Paul Rubens' death in the original movie. Perfect. It's just ridiculous. Which is exactly what it should be, like, honestly. I feel like the original Buffy movie was the correct level of spooky camp that I love from, like, or that I fell in love with when it comes to vampire horror. Because sometimes it can just be really goof. And I really enjoy that. It's one of also the reasons that I like Lost Boys so much. Like, that is really campy still, but also they take themselves just seriously enough. You know? It's great. Alright, let's get a little bit more footage. Boop, boop. There we go. We're back. Oh, I love Firefly. I have watched, I'm pretty sure I've seen all of Firefly. There may be, like, random episodes here or there that I've missed, but I'm pretty sure I've seen, like, the majority of it. if not all of it, and absolutely love Firefly. I also enjoyed and cried during the Serenity movie that sort of wrapped up the series. Um, I can't remember. Um, oh gosh, what was the character's name? Because it's been so long since I've watched Firefly that I don't. I remember Jane. It's actually the only one's names that I remember right now. Violet in Firefly. Wash. Yes. So, Wash, love him. Love him so much. I mean, I love everybody in it, but like, I am using contrast paints mixed with the new War Paints Fanatics. Right now we're putting down just our base color tone of some Iron Jaws yellow. And next we'll be coming in and doing a little bit of highlight work with some demonic yellow, maybe mixed with a little bit of white, depending on how I feel. The green was done with a combination of Mantis Warrior green contrast color, and then blended with Rainforest, which is a new one of the War Paints Fanatics colors. Yes, Wash. Hoban Washburn. But yes, Alan Tidduck. Love him. Not only in Firefly, but also A Knight's Tale. So good. Absolutely wonderful. He is so funny to me. What's the actor's name that plays in A Knight's Tale, who plays Chaucer? Yeah, what's the guy's name that plays Vision? Because he plays Chaucer in A Knight's Tale, and he's also fucking amazing. And we shall call it this land! Yes, exactly. It's so good. Oh, is that what happened to Andromeda? Is Kevin Sorsbo's the ego took it down eventually? Paul Bettany. Yes, thank you. Yes, he is so good. Like, everybody in A Knight's Tale, I love. One of my favorite films. Like, okay, there's two films I will always watch forever and always. It doesn't matter when, where, or how often. How many times in a row. The Mummy? The 1999 one with Brendan Fraser. And then A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger and that entire amazing cast. Like, I love both those movies so damned much. It is unfortunate when people's ego takes out an entire franchise. Sorry, I have something in my eye. I think I got it. You know, I don't know if I've seen Resident Alien. What is that about? Ooh, Gray Fox, did you paint Rogue a few months ago? That's awesome. Yeah, so far I'm having a great time with her. Okay, so I've got some yellow down. I have to do her other boot. Sorry, we got so distracted. I got so into talking about Firefly and A Knight's Tale that I got distracted and we're not painting anymore. Hold on. Let me get back to things. Let's get this boot. There we go. I'm so excited. Well, is this too much of a spoiler? I don't know if I want to say it now. I guess it's probably not that much of a spoiler. Can we just talk and appreciate Magneto and Rogue's relationship in the new 97 series? I love it so much. Alright, how am I gonna get in there? Let's do this. There we go. Just making sure we got all the grooves. Again, I can clean up anything that I overspill on any of the Wraithbone, because we didn't have to worry about overcoloring or anything. Let's go ahead and give a little bit more color down here. It would be shadowed. We are going to be doing some highlights in a moment. Okay, so I think the only thing now that I need to paint in yellow are her gloves. And this part of her inner thigh that I missed. Okay. Let me just double check my reference. It's so, I have to point this out, okay? Because it made me laugh a little bit, because I just thought it was really an interesting choice. So I was looking at this insert that Marvel Crisis Protocol, like Atomic Mass gives you, that tells you, you know, all the information about the game, the designers, etc. Very cool. And then it gives you, you know, your QR code to find the instructions. But there's also this artwork, okay? So there's this artwork here. And we've got our nice, like, illustrated version that you see on all the card art and comes from the comics and such of Rogue. There's also one for, like, Gambit, you know, right? So he's got this going on here. And the thing that I find really interesting is, for some reason, and this is on the box art too, on the front cover of the thing, Rogue's arms aren't painted green. They're painted like normal flesh tone. And I know there's like random, I think Age of Apocalypse maybe era artwork of her having exposed arms, but like I feel like this goes so against her like trauma as a person and mutant, because literally her thing is she can't touch people, so why would she have exposed flesh? Like, that's why she is so covered. And normally all of the other art, like this is the thing that cracks me up about it, is no one caught this or like commented on it apparently, and it just went to production, because literally all of the other art in the set, in the like cards for it, is Rogue with sleeves. And so I just find it really funny that they drew, or they had the artist paint the miniature without it. It's a weird mistake to make when literally all of the like art reference, if you look her up, if you just like type in Rogue, 90% of like the artwork you will see is her with the sleeves. Cause she even does that in Evolution. It's just different color tones. And then like, yeah, it's very funny to me. My guess is that like the artist was just like, I'm tired of painting green and yellow and I want to paint some flesh tones. And so just decided to give her, like, oh, she's got gloves and this looks like flesh. This looks like skin. And so they just did it that way. That's my theory. That's my guess, is the painter probably just was like, I want to paint it this way. And then I'm guessing Atomic Mass was like, whatever, there's some references of her out there like that. And so they just were like, cool, and moved on. But it was just like a thing I noticed, and because they were right next to each other. And normally, like, Gambit's reference is a lot more spot on, I feel like, than what Rogue's was. But it's, like I said, it doesn't actually bother me, I just found it really funny. Alright. Now let's do the whole point of me also bringing that out was because I did want to check and see. Yeah, because her belt is going to be brown. Her boots, the inner portion. Oh, there's a collar portion that's green. Okay, well, I'll see if I can get that in afterwards. Does hers have a collar? Oh, don't put that in your paint, Angela. Don't stick your instructions in your paint. Okay, that I might omit that one thing. So yeah, her gloves. It's really the only other thing I need to paint up in yellow before we start doing our highlights. There we go. I don't know why, but like it took me a little while to get started on these guys because I was a bit nervous on how to approach them. Because when I built Rogue, her base was just so gigantic and intimidating. I'm still a little nervous about doing like the explosion effect, but I think some dry brushing will solve that for me. Alright. Or make it look cool for me. That's my assumption, is he was just like, I want to paint flesh tone. I need a bit more paint. Hold on. Alright. While I work on this, I have to ask, because I'm sure some of you in chat have watched it. How many of you watched WrestleMania Night 1 and 2? No, in fact, I know some of you did. But how many of you watched Night 1 and 2 of Mania? And how much did you love Night 2? Because it was epic. Please, Fuzz, get off of her fist. Get. Okay, don't do this to me. There's like a fiber attached to her fist. And I can't quite get it. Oh, okay, I shifted it a little. No, it's still, oh man, it's like in the paint. I got it. Yes. You think Gunther's gonna win Money in the Bank down the line? That would be cool. Mania was amazing. Like, okay. Night 1 was fine. I thought Night 1 was a very good show. I think all of the performances were great. I was entertained by all of them. I didn't care necessarily about all of them, but I was at least entertained by all of them. And I really loved, like, Rhea's entrance was great. And the main event was very fun for Night 1. But it did, to me, ultimately just feel like a solid, standard pay-per-view. Like, not to say that it was bad by any means. It just felt very good pay-per-view. But not like a special pay-per-view. Night 2 fucking felt like Mania, man. And, like, that main event was just really, really good. Like, just really, really, really good. Like, I think the best thing of night 1 was definitely... I was very impressed with Rhea and Becky's match, especially since Becky was sick. And also just Rhea is awesome, and I'm always going to love her matches. I really loved Gunther and Zayn. That was a great match as well. And just, I mean, anytime Sami Zayn wins, I'm all for it. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. One of my favorite matches of all time involves Sami Zayn, and honestly, this is up there. Where I think he and Gunther just put on a spectacular show. And I'm very excited because I believe on Raw yesterday, Ilya Dragunov debuted. And holy shit, do I want to see Ilya Dragunov go up against Sami Zayn, the Intercontinental Champion. That would be amazing. It would be so good. I also cannot wait, and I love how they set it up, because I went back and watched it. I unfortunately missed Zayn's entrance, because I'm dealing with some stuff at the time. And so I went back and watched it afterwards, and I loved Zayn's entrance. Great. I love the stuff with Gable. Can't wait for him to also go in a program against Gable. It's gonna be fantastic. But really, night 2 just was so good. It was just so good. I loved the steal. I loved, like, that cash-in was great by Priest. Ilya Dragunov is amazing. He's so good. God. It's really gonna be great. Okay. How much do we need to... How color... Oh, that's gonna be perfect. Oh my god, this is gonna be perfect. Okay. Perfect. Alright, we gotta film some stuff, so I'm gonna... Disappear? Disappear? Getting my brush prepped. But yeah, I loved the show so much. Alright, here we go. We're streaming, or we're recording now. Almost bumped my head on my light. Oh. Oh my god, please click. What it... Happening. There we go. Sorry, I think I had my mouse on top of my camera lens for a moment. Or like the camera lens cover, not the camera lens itself. And it wasn't clicking because of that. I think I like angled it just perfectly. Was I super out of focus for the majority of that, or was it mostly good? Because when I look back over, unfortunately, I was out of focus, and I don't know if that was because, like, I had been that way the whole time. I hope not. Because I like the way that this is coming along. Alright, let's do some blending. Gonna get a little bit more of my base yellow on my palette. That way, if we need to blend things, we can. It's true, they did have to write off a lot of energy, like, to deal with that. That was tough. I just also like the fact that I was watching, I think, Wrestle Talk's news episode or something today, and they were talking about how WWE has been obviously a lot more open to working with other promotions going forward. And, you know, just talking about the new era and how they keep, you know, calling that out, of course, but also that it really does feel like that, you know, it feels like a weight's been lifted and everything off of all the wrestlers and the staff and all this. And I definitely agree with that because I love seeing them want to do other things with other promotions. Because, like, Shayna being at the Bloodsport event was super cool. I didn't see a huge amount from it, but I did see she was wearing her Blood Angel gear, which always makes me extremely happy to see. And I want them to do more things like that. And if that's going to be the trend going forward, like, I'm ready. I'm excited for this new era. Yeah, right? No, it is very nice. It's one of the reasons I like contrast as a base color. And then coming in with some more standard acrylics for highlights. Because then you do end up getting some really nice sort of natural... I like how these are coming out. A little bit of highlight there. I have not tried the metallic speed paints yet, but I have heard so many people say that they're so impressed with them, and I really want to give them a shot. Specifically for that reason, because yeah, like, I've heard nothing but positives about the metallic speed paints. I think it's coming along well. Some of it's nice because I can just kind of almost dry brush it. Like on these really small areas like the gloves. Helps the fingers pop a little bit without having to do too much work. Although if you overdo it, Angela, it'll not look good. Be mindful. Like a little tiny like fiber. There we go. I think it's looking pretty good. think we need to do a little bit of highlighting on this other punching arm, because I don't think I've done that, or the hand. And then I think there's one boot that I need to do some on, like, this front knee. But otherwise, we're doing pretty well. I'm gonna capture this hand footage. Just to have a little bit more. So it'll disappear. Oop, not that one. That one. Oh, well, Leon, thank you so much. Oh, William, I appreciate that. Hopefully you're enjoying watching me get Rogue ready for her debut on an upcoming video. Alright, let's go ahead and get some recording done for said video. I hope you guys enjoy these kinds of behind-the-scenes content days. There we go. You want to see me paint 8 inches from Warhammer? I don't think I know. I don't know if I understand what you mean, William. Lynx, that is a little bit of a far drive. Oh, Space Marines? I've painted Space Marines on the channel before. I have been thinking about potentially doing and painting some more Marines in the future. The problem is every time I like go to want to do it, I'm like, I find them, this is controversial, okay? I find them a little boring to paint. But you know what? I have new techniques, I have new paints to try. It may be fun to go back and like give it another shot. So my favorite parts to paint? I like alien flesh tones. I like painting alien flesh tones a lot. I also enjoy painting fabric a lot. Really anything that's gonna work super well with contrast paint, I really very much enjoy. Because it's one of my favorite paints to work with. Although I am very much digging these new Fanatics paints, so that's why I'm leaning like, well, maybe going back and doing like Space Marines in a more traditional sense would be fun. Space Marines are meant to be a starter army. That is very true. I did start with Space Marines. I think that they're also just meant to be, you know, GW's flagship army as well. Like, they are the poster children of the company, considering they are featured so regularly and often found in starter sets. They are also incredibly versatile in that reason, because they've got so many different chapters you can choose and pick from. Good lord, so many. Which is, again, also very starter friendly. Okay, you literally, you've done this to me twice now, playlist. My playlist just is repeating the same song. And I'm like, is it a different version? What is going on? Oh, it is 2 different versions. Please don't play the same song, even if they're different versions, running right after the other. That's annoying. Like, I like Taylor Swift, but like, I don't want to hear Shake It Off twice, okay? Hello, Tony the Wolfman. How are you doing today, sir? Hopefully well. Unfortunately, I don't really do commission work. I get very attached normally to the miniatures that I work on, and so giving them away is a little bit of a challenge for me. I've only done it, like, I've only been able to do it a few times, and they're very special circumstances, so... And I mean that even if somebody else is paying for the miniatures. Like, if I work on the miniature, I get attached to the miniature. That's why I don't do commissions. Oops, sorry. Let me scooch myself back more into view. So cool. That's true, Slink. I also, while I can do deadlines for, like, videos decently, it's not always, sometimes I'm late on those as well, but even then, like, having that full control of, like, I can finish it when I want to finish it rather than needing to get it to somebody, I agree, is also a big factor for me. So yeah, I get that completely. Do I feel satisfied with this? With this yellow? I think I might. I think I just need to do a little bit more on the inner thigh here. A little bit more of my paint. Michael, that's a great idea. I hadn't thought of that. I'd have to see if I can find one that'll fit on the plate that I have. Some of the more prop-like work is something I want to start trying to do if I ever get a... What are they called? PLE printers? The ones that use the, like, cords of material and are open to the air. So, like, I might do, because I feel like those can print, like, much larger things. Dude, I saw a huge one, speaking of, recently on, I don't remember which channel it was I was watching, but I was watching a dude review it. And holy cow. It was gigantic. It could also print huge things, which was really cool. I've been crazy. Am I seeing green in there? Sorry, I'll show you what I'm doing in a second. I need to deal with something. And I need to get a better angle and bring it real close to my face. Okay. There we go. Blends a little bit better. Doing a little tiny bit of touch up. And a couple of the shadowed areas. Alright. I think she's looking pretty good, and I'm feeling satisfied with the yellow. Which means... probably the brown next? So we'll need to do a little bit of cleanup. JPC, I can tell you exactly what the green and the yellow is. So the green is a mix of starting with a base color tone of Mantis Warrior Green contrast color, and then I ended up blending that together with Rainforest, doing a highlight color using this very thinned, and then blending it together by mixing the two colors together and just getting a nice even coating where I felt like I got some decent highlights around her thighs and everything to, you know, give it that little bit of a sheen that superhero costumes often have. So that's the combination for the green. And then the yellow is a combination similarly done of Ironjaw's yellow contrast and then the new demonic yellow from the Warpaints Fanatics. Hopefully that helps. Oh my god, Savage Lands Rogue would be great. Could you imagine? I would love them to do an entire, like, wave of Savage Lands. That would be sick. I wonder if they'll end up doing that down the line and, like, doing different, like, legacy versions of the characters. That would be really cool with one of those filament printers. Doing an astromech. That would be super, super sick. Oh yeah, I definitely think we're gonna do the browns next. So, let's go ahead and clean up everything that is going to be brown. Mostly, I think that's gonna require a lot of cleanup on the belt over anything else, but there's a few places. The jacket has a few. Shouldn't be too bad for this cleanup step. I think it's mostly going to be challenging just around the collar. And then maybe the belt will take a couple layers because there's just a bit of built up color on both pieces. Nice, that's great. Yeah, I don't think the Fanatics are on sale yet as individual colors, as far as I know. Or if they did, they're just only recently available. So I'm not surprised that your FLGS might not have them quite yet as individuals, but I know the sets, at least one or two of them, or all three of them are out now, which is great. I definitely recommend them. Like, I think they're pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. Do you like them, Slink? And what do you mostly print to, like, with your filament printers? Delicately, delicately, be gentle. Good lord. Alright. There we go. Yeah, see, resin's where I do... That's why I got a resin printer first over the filament, is because I was like, I knew I wanted to do resin stuff with the high details and miniatures. Yeah, see, the filament, I'm like, okay, I want to do it for, like, being able to affix things, like, create, like, my own storage or that kind of stuff, and then, like, do weird, like, sculpting projects and or, cosplay props. Because, like, I would love to 3D print, like, a Sister of Battle costume, right? But I feel like I would need a filament printer rather than a 3D printer in order to be able to do that, because I just don't think you'd be able to... Like, the 3D printer would be... It'd be ridiculous. It would take so much time because of the pieces... Like, the number of pieces you'd have to break it down into to then be able to reassemble it. It's one of the reasons I want a garage when we move, that we can actually put, like a little bit of a studio space into. Pretty good. I think her jacket... Ooh, is not clear on the inside, it isn't. I think on the outside it is, but... Definitely not down here, it ain't. Ooh. Let's not get it on the yellow, though, Angela. Let's not get it on the yellow. Oh! Bumped your head. And by bumped your head, I mean I bumped my head. I cannot tell you how many times I've actually done that while painting and filming, especially filming. Headbutting either the camera or the lights is definitely a standard MO for me. Because I forget they're there, and I just will, like, zone in really hard on whatever I'm working on and just completely not see it. That's true, there is a lot more sprue cleanup and everything with the filament printers, but that's not so bad. Like, honestly, like, yeah, cleanup is a little bit time-consuming, but I'm one of those weirdos that finds it a little cathartic, so it wouldn't bother me, I don't think, as much. Hello, Havman. So I have a little bit of cleanup around the collar to do. Switch to a slightly smaller brush. Okay, how's her belt looking? A smidge more cleanup there. Let me get a bit more paint on my brush. All right. Okay, cool. I think she's done for cleanup. Well, I'm gonna let the Wraithbone dry just a smidge, and then we will go ahead and start working on the browns. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm very happy with how she's coming out. The yellow and green, I think, are very spot on for her color scheme. She's looking good. She's looking good. That's fair. I have definitely seen that when it comes to printers modernly, and yeah, definitely something I'm looking into because yeah, I don't like fiddling with auto leveling or with normal leveling. It's annoying. So definitely. I think I'm just gonna go snakebite leather for both Gambit and Rogue's jackets because they're roughly the same warm leather color tone. And I do not have that on my table, so let me go. Right. Where are you, snakebite leather? I found it. Oop, on my table. Save up for the Tesla of 3D FDM and get the Bamboo X1C. Okay, so I've seen a lot of ads for the Bamboo. What about the Neptune 3 Max kicked your butt? Like, was it just difficult to put together and to level? Was it, like, fiddly in some way? Alright, here's the part that I'm scared about doing. The leather portion. Okay. Here we go. Oh, it looks good. We just gotta go fast. Like Sonic. Alright, let's go ahead and stop that. Bring you guys back. I'm bringing you off camera, or bringing her off camera for a second, so I can finish this. I'll be with you guys in a second. Nerve-wracking. Alright, let's get back here before it gets too dry. Please be careful of between. Shadows, so that should be okay. Let's move that a little bit. Alright. Okay, just pulling a little bit of excessive pooling because I'm going to do a second coat. Okay, now let's get the underside. And we'll do then her belt. Okay. Yeah, it's pale right now, but it's okay because I can darken it. Ooh. Later, and I can do a little yellow touch up on the neck. Do a little bit of yellow touch up on the neck. Just gonna let that dry. Oh, that would be really cool. I have a whole bunch of McFarlane action figures, and doing accessories and stuff for them would be super sick. Oh, that would be super cool. Doing some dioramas with them, too. That would be rad. No, I'm doing their actual color schemes. Definitely gonna need a second coat on that brown. But I like the foundation I've got going. Welcome to the Hobby Knight Legion, Neil JB YT. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you enjoy your time here and enjoy being a Legionnaire. Yeah, no, a lot of times for the specifically named characters, when it comes to their miniatures and stuff, like Marvel characters, for example, I will typically do them in their standard color tones. Whereas like Battletech or Space Marines or those kinds of things where they give you the opportunity to have whatever colors that you want. Like canonically within lore, that's when I feel like I can not feel like I can. You can always experiment. I could totally paint Rogue in whatever color scheme I wanted to. I could give her like a black and purple outfit with purple hair and like make her just me or something, but in Rogue form. Like that's totally doable, but there's something about keeping accurate to the canonical characters in this instance that I think is more fun of a challenge than free-forming it. Like, I find that more fun of a challenge when doing like Space Marines or Battletech, etc. Although doing some of the unique Battletech schemes for like some of the named characters with, or named mechs with like, with known pilots and stuff would be very cool. Absolutely, Slink. I absolutely want to paint some more mechs. I just switched over to X-Men for right now because 97's out, and I was like, you know what? It's topical. But yeah, no, I am definitely wanting to paint some more mechs, and actually, I have some of the Hextech terrain coming in that's being sent to me, and I'm very excited about it because I want to do some, like, not only do I want to use it in games, obviously, of course, but I also want to do some photo shoots using the terrain with some of the mechs that I've recently painted up. I think that would be super cool. Oh, Michael, that sounds a lot of fun. Turning a Reaver into a Space Wolf. Yeah, no, these are her legit colors. She's well, at least her 90s color scheme. She's gone through like various different versions, but typically, yes, she's a green and yellow bodysuit wearing mutant with a sick leather jacket. Well, I'll have to look that up, Slink. I'm not familiar with it as much. Yeah, and well, that's a nice thing is like it's super easy to get the mechs too. Like they're not terribly expensive, and like you can get like you know if Wolverine is your favorite mech style, you could just get like 60 Wolverines. I mean, probably maybe not that many, but you can get like 5 Wolverines and do each of them in a different color scheme, and really have some fun. Oh, awesome! Well, Neil, thank you so much for the double support. I really appreciate that, and I hope that I get to see you on the Discord. Please, absolutely, if you are like doing any kind of art, whether it's miniature painting or your standard painting or photography or something like that, make sure to share it on the finished project or works in progress, depending on like what stage you're at in, because I love seeing what you are working on. Thank you so much. Okay, is this dry? You know what we can do is we can at least do her belt. We can work on the belt, and I'll do a little bit of capture. So I'm gonna disappear for just a second, not like vocally, obviously, but visually. Goodbye. Hello, Unbreakable. Hello. Do not worry, I will be right back on screen in just a moment. I'm just doing a little bit of filming work for an upcoming tutorial, and I had to make myself disappear for that. And also, chat disappear. But here we go. Recording happening. Let's get this done. Alright, this is going pretty smooth so far. Pretty smooth. Trying to really reduce any pooling so that we don't have to deal with too much cleanup on the other colors we've already painted. Alright, and now we're going to come back and we're going to start doing that second wave of color on the jacket. Because immediately, look how much better that is. It's so much more vivid. I like it. Alright, we can stop recording. I will come back, you'll come back, and then I'm gonna keep doing this. Yeah. That is the tone I was more looking for. But I knew that if I went too heavy at the very, very, very beginning, I would get like a little bit of weird shininess, I find, with snakebite leather. It's very strange. But that is looking good. Gonna keep going. Brings me back to when I went to Paris. I love early Lady Gaga. If you guys can't tell, that's who I'm listening to right now. Alright. Oh. We need to get that edge of the sleeve. Okay, good. Oop, and hold on, I need to... Okay, that looks so much better. I'll show you guys in a second. It's like one angle I'm kind of having a trouble. There we go. Okay. The brown is so much better. We'll do a little bit of highlights, but I think we're looking good. I'm gonna now go back over her belt. With a second glaze. And then we'll do any cleanup we might need to. Because I suspect we will. I suspect we'll need to do a smidge. Please don't fall off the paint handle road. That would be lovely, thank you. Okay. Alright, we'll come back in with some lighter brown here in a second. Appreciate it. Exactly, Slink. Oh, Unbreakable, I'm so sorry to hear that. My condolences, friend. Thank you for subscribing, Toki Games. Alright, I immediately want to fix some of the yellow. Before I forget. Oh, I inhaled sweetheart. No. Sorry. You know when sometimes, like, you're eating a sweet tart, and then it dusts a little in your mouth, and then you inhale the dust and it goes directly down your throat and, like, stabs you? That's what I had happen. Alright, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you this super well, but I need to go in and do a little bit of cleanup, so I apologize if this is not super obvious to you. Alright, I think that works. Is there anywhere else where I feel like I, like, got brown and don't want it? Maybe a little bit here? I also need a little bit of the original yellow color tone. Yes, Slink, the Fnatic set that I picked up did in fact come with several washes. Specifically, and hold on, I'll get to you that list in just a second. Let me just touch this up because the box is actually down here, and I want to make sure I tell you the right names of them because I know they call them a little bit differently than the ones that I'm used to. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, let's double check and see what shades this came with. Okay, so it came with soft tone, strong skin shade, and then the one called dark tone. So it came with 3 different, or sorry, I can't math at all. Not even math, I just can't count apparently. It came with 4 washes. Obviously reformulas of their existing washes of the same names. I've used the strong shade so far. I think is the only one that I've tested out, but I did like it. Worked as a great dark wash. I definitely think a green wash would be very, very cool. Now, I am not familiar 100% yet with the entirety of the new line for War Paints Fanatics, so I don't know if there are additional washes included in the new update as it is currently. I imagine they'll probably add more paints in the same way that they did like the 2.0 speed paints and everything, and added more colors in when they did that second wave. So I imagine Fanatics will get like a second wave, a second rollout of colors. But if you can't find it with the Fanatics line or the Army Painter or one that you like, then I can at least recommend Citadel's Camo Shade. I do like that as a green wash. And I've used it on, if you're wanting to go with a military-esque green wash, it works really well. Hmm. I need to find a good color to use as a highlight for this brown. Maybe. It's gonna be too peachy. For brown, I think it's gonna be too red. I'm almost actually leaning on desert yellow and actually just mixing it with my snake bite. I think that might be what I do. Oh yeah, no problem, Slink. My pleasure. Always happy to answer questions. Okay, yeah, no, that is working. Okay, I think I have a good highlight color, which is a mix of desert yellow and my snakebite leather mix. Let's see how this ends up working. Oh yeah, that's working. And then actually I can even come back in with a little bit of a lighter version and actually bring out some proper highlights. There we go. This is looking cute. Yeah, I think that's actually working quite well. Alright, now that I've gotten like 2 minutes of that, oops. There we go. I mean, it's kind of working, but it's not, I don't know. I'm not sure it's quite doing exactly what I want. Let me just go back into the shadows a little bit. Okay, yeah, I think what I might end up doing is like a second wash over it with the snake bite again to really build up. Well, actually, this is working more now. Okay, let's keep going with it. Hello, little jackalack. What are you doing in here? My cat has come to say hello. Alright, there we go. Got a little bit more of that. Probably didn't need it, but just wanted to have some. Okay, yeah, I think that looks pretty good. For like a leather jacket, I think I got it pretty well. Missed a little bit there. Take care of that right now. Touch up a little bit more there. Okay, yeah. I think I'm feeling pretty good about that. Might do a little bit more work on it, but overall, I'm very happy. Which means that I have her, like, on her, it's the X symbols, which I think, actually, let me look at my, yeah, it's silver and red. So I got a little bit of metallic, a little bit of red to do. Her hair, obviously, and then it's the base, which is not too bad. So, okay, cool. I'm feeling good about this. Feeling good. I feel like it's pretty good, although I did just see a smidge that I want to fix. But I don't know if I'll be able to show it to you, so give me a sec. Alright, that's looking good. Grab my highlight color. There we go. Feels so strange because I normally don't paint leather this way, like with like doing such specific highlights. So it's just like, does it actually look good? I think it is though. Oh wow, okay. Hi. Please don't claw my side. Alright, yeah. I think I'm actually quite pleased. Oh, hold on. There we go. Ow! Jack. Yeah, could you please not? No. My cat says that it's time for me to go. He's like, Mother, you've been painting for 2 hours. You made some good progress. Woman, get and feed me. He wants food. So I think I'm going to go ahead and take care of that for him, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed today's episode. I know that I definitely did, and I made some good progress. And actually, while the base looks complicated, I'm hoping it's not going to be too bad. I'm hoping it's going to actually end up looking pretty cool. But we'll end up seeing here in the future. I have some cleanup to do on her hair and face, and that's probably what I'll be working on next. If it would bloody focus. Oh, there we go. She finally popped off fully the, You can do it. I believe in you, camera. There we go. There she goes. She's focused now. But I think we're making some really good progress. I'm feeling more confident with flesh tones, especially just like Caucasian women, frankly, because I've painted a lot of them recently, because that's what I've practiced the most. So I'm hoping that painting Rogue's face won't be too bad, and then I can move on to Gambit. And Gambit will be a lot easier because his base is way less complicated. He himself is way less complicated. It's really Rogue's base is just like got a lot going on because it's got that explosion. Alex, I don't disagree with you. I think women do look awesome in short leather jackets. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed. My plan is I'm hoping to have a little bit of extra streams this week, potentially. So keep an eye out for that. I might do some impromptu streams, possibly in the evenings. But who knows? We'll see how it goes. And in the meantime, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day and an especially lovely hobby night. I've been Angela, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.